That's Reagan rising. That's exactly the sort of ethos that Reagan picks up when he runs for office for the president in 1980. And that's a really powerful myth, the idea that, you are in charge of your destiny, even though the reality is that you're deeply tied in our era into so many different parts of a global economy, for example, a global political system, health systems, climate change, and all of the different ways in which we are reliant on and reflect a larger national and international community. That story is really important. And from the 1980s, at least, 1987, after the end of the Fairness Doctrine.
Many of you have written to me saying, David, isn't it obvious that Donald Trump's condition, whatever it is getting much worse? And I have to admit, it's hard to deny. It is very difficult to deny. We know, of course, about Donald Trump's hands, which seem to be rotting. They are both now bruised, occasionally covered up with makeup. The explanation that it's from handshaking doesn't make sense. That would make sense if it was only the right hand, but it is not. It is the right hand and it is the left. Trump's rants have become increasingly focused on irrelevant minutia. It used to be Trump talking about toilets and power flushing and shower pressure. But now it's about grass. He continues to be sort of in this tunnel vision about irrelevant little things.
In D.C., one of the things we're going to be redoing is your parks. I'm very good at grass because I have a lot of golf courses all over the place. I know more about grass than any human being, I think, anywhere in the world. And we're going to be regrassing all of your parks, all brand new sprinkler systems, the best that you can buy, just like Augusta. It'll look like Augusta. It'll look like, more importantly, Trump National Golf Club. That's even better. But we're going to have all brand new, beautiful grass.
So the rants are increasingly about completely irrelevant, menial things. And then also Donald Trump is increasingly confused or unable to hear questions. This is weird. It's almost like his nurse helping him. Here's what they asked you, Donny Boy. Melania helping Trump understand the question that he was asked.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have two questions for you. First, after your phone call with Ukrainian President Zelensky today, do you plan to speak with Russia's President Putin in the near future?
What? I will be, yeah, I will be. We're having a very good dialogue. I settled 7 wars.
And there it is, going from, what is the question, to, I settled 7 wars. Trump's also telling increasingly unintelligible stories, recounting irrelevant understanding things like he broke my ass.
So, getting back to why you got it. So, I get a call from the speaker, and it say, sir, we have 16 hard no's. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, and we have one of many bills, because this happened many times, and it tended to be the same 16, 18, 19 people all the time. 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, I call him. I said, Jim, how you doing, Jim? Everything okay? Yes, sir. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. How are you voting for us, sir? Well, what do you think, sir? Tell me, what should I do, sir? And he broke my ass. And they had about 16 others. That doesn't mean we don't like him.
Sir, he broke my ass. And then finally, although we could do this all day, Donald Trump, unable to walk in a straight line, in addition to walking in a really strange way. We now have numerous examples where he just kind of wanders side to side, seemingly intending to walk in a straight line. So, is Trump's condition getting worse? It's certainly not getting any better. Do we know exactly what the condition is? We don't. And I'm the first to acknowledge that. Mostly because of the complete lack of medical transparency, propagandistic medical reports that read more like promotional materials than medical documents, and because of Caroline Leavitt, who, when pressed beyond belief, will make some small admission about Trump's health that is obviously nowhere near the full story. That's what I know. What do you think is going on? Let me know. Scott Bessent reportedly threatened to punch an administration rival in the face. We're going to talk about it on the bonus show. We also have a new report card for the nation, which shows that science scores are down, math scores are down, reading scores are down. This is not a Trump story. This is a much bigger story than Trump. It's really about education and culture and a lot of other things. And finally, a lot of Joe Biden's infrastructure projects are finally coming to reality. But Trump is trying to slap his name. What a surprise. All of that and more on today's bonus show. Sign up at joinpacman.com. Also, leave a comment on my Substack, substack.davidpacman.com. What do you want to be covered on tomorrow's bonus show? Let me know on Substack. There was a time when public education meant learning math, science, history, but now we're seeing Bible verses in biology class. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the love letter that Donald Trump said didn't exist from him to Jeffrey Epstein. Donald Trump told us he doesn't do drawings, he never did a picture. And he even said he was going to sue Rupert Murdoch over the Wall Street Journal's claim that he wrote this letter to Jeffrey Epstein that included the drawing of a sort of stylized woman's body. But now we've got it. Here is the image handed over by lawyers for Jeffrey Epstein's estate. This is from a professionally bound birthday book from Jeffrey Epstein's birthday in 2003. And right there inside of it is a letter with Donald Trump's signature. The same letter that he said is fake. The same letter he claims to be suing the Wall Street Journal over. Trump looked you in the eye and he lied to you. Remember when he said the following?
For the election, yeah. I don't do drawings. I'm not a drawing person. I don't do drawings. Sometimes people say, well, you drew a building and I'll draw four
I drew a building.
lines and a little roof, and, for a charity stuff. But I'm not a drawing person. I don't do drawings of women, that I can tell you. They say there's a drawing of a woman, and I don't do drawings of women.
And indeed, there was a drawing of a woman. A dramatic voiceover comes in. Now, we are going to see. Remember when COVID started and all of a sudden everybody on Twitter was an epidemiology expert? And then when Trump was indicted of 34 counts of falsifying business records, all of a sudden the amateur epidemiologists became amateur legal experts on the falsification of business records and prosecutorial guidelines. I think all of those people are now amateur it was auto pen, it's not even signature, it's insert blank, right? Fill in the blank. But it's abundantly clear that this is real. And we have to analyze this. We have to think about this in the context of the growing opposition to Donald Trump over the Epstein. As a result, he said my name isn't in there. And also, my name isn't there, but only because of by the way, we can make a list. We know who a lot of the perpetrators are. So this is, as big as this story got, it is only getting bigger now that we have seen the hand-drawn image from Donald Trump. And the question in the secondary kind of stage is, who, if anybody, from the Republican Party is going to abandon Trump? Because, and demand the release of the file. Because as you have recently, if you've been paying attention the last 24 hours, we've seen Eric Trump go, it's all fake. We've seen Charlie Kirk say that's not his handwriting. We've seen Caroline Leavitt come out in what might be her final and peak humiliation and say it's fabricated and it's fake and it's not real. But we already saw at least Republican Congressman Thomas Massie was willing to say we've got to release these files. And he did a press conference with some of the victims, and now MAGA's targeting him. So you are going to see over the next 24 to 48 hours, you may see over the next 24 to 48 hours, Republicans are going to have a decision to make. Are they going to go the direction of Thomas Massie and say, we just need the files? There might be Democrats implicated, there might be Republicans implicated, but we need the files. It's what Trump promised initially until he thought to himself, wait a second, that's not a good idea. Or are they going to go the direction of silence, complicity, or even defending Donald Trump? The train is starting to leave. You've either got to hop on or you're going to miss it. And this is going to be a calculation for many of these Republicans as to what is best for their political future, what is best for their access to power and remaining in the good graces of whoever is in charge. So the letter is here. It's abundantly obvious now why Donald Trump is so terrified about the full release of the files. But what are some of his allies saying? Let's get to that next. Do you ever feel like you're being watched online? It's because you are. Even in incognito mode, your internet activity can still be tracked by your internet service provider, by big tech, by data brokers, and even by the government. The solution is our sponsor, Private Internet Access, a VPN that hides your IP address so you can't be tracked online, and so you can access websites and
This episode of I've Had It is brought to you by Booking.com. Booking.yeah. Every time I use Booking.com to find a place to stay in the U.S., I know they'll have exactly what I'm looking for. They have a huge variety of options from hotels to vacation rentals, and I'm always able to find something that fits my specific needs. I've found that Booking.com has something for everyone. Find exactly what you're booking for on Booking.com. Booking.yeah.
So we're supposed to start the podcast. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Patriots, Gaytriots, Theytriots, Blacktriots, Browntriots. We are back in studio in Oklahoma City. Pumps is not embarrassed to do the clap anymore.
I know, it's so weird. Like when you have a third party, I feel like a big fat dumbass.
You just have to own it. We're America's top DEI podcast. You're America's favorite clapper. You're America's favorite beaver. Pumps, what have you had it with?
Okay, what I've had it with, and I know I rant about this every year, but I'm walking in my neighborhood, August 31st. 2 houses in my addition have Halloween shit up. I'm like, stop rushing the holidays. I've had it. Let us just get through summer before we do Halloween. We haven't even put pumpkins on the porch, which I don't participate in, but I enjoy people that do.
Are you anti-pumpkin?
I'm not anti-pumpkin. I can't keep anything alive outside of my children and my dogs. So anything like that I can't do. But I enjoy it. I just can't do it. I can't arrange it, anything like that. But I'm just like, at first I thought it was like their graduation stuff. Like they had stuff about a senior graduating in May. And I was raring to go. And then I found out it was Halloween. I was even madder.
So what do you think the appropriate time is to roll out Halloween decorations?
I think the end of September, early October. I mean, it's October 31st. That's a whole month for Halloween.
Yeah, I agree. I think you start it October.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to get in anybody's ass about the end of September. But August 31st, that's too soon. It's just too soon.
Yeah, there's a lot of the whole like arts and crafts industry surrounding holiday decor is a little riff-raffy, knick-knacky, and some people are super into it.
Yeah.
So I remember a gal that I used to know back in the day. Her name was one Angela Dawn Sullivan, and I went over to her house one Christmas year, and I don't know how many there were, but they were everywhere. The Santa fixtures.
Frosty the Snowman too.
Yeah, you had, I mean, it was like a Christmas, like trauma dump in your house everywhere.
Yeah, and I mean, it was like the morning after Thanksgiving, nothing got done before all of that shit went out.
Where is all that stuff now?
I think it's in the attic, or I have a policy when I move. If I haven't opened the box since I've lived in that house, I just leave the receipt, and then you're receiving all of these emails. Well, B, texting and clinging and toxic, and giving me phone number 2 to all of the young future entrepreneurs of the world. There is a huge window here to say, we sell these items.
Welcome to the podcast, everybody. Welcome to my humble podcast.
I
my new thing.
want this idea to go for at least 10 episodes.
Yeah, I know. I'm running with it.
I love being a guest because I don't have to do any prep. Everything is on you. No offense
Right.
or nothing.
Then if we talk over, I go, Dana, let me talk.
Let's remember whose show this is.
Yeah, that's a good thing. I'll say that. I looked a little pale yesterday. Not yesterday, but on the show.
Pale?
The last show. Yeah.
I'm trying to
This is funny. I'm in the black room and you're in the white. It's hysterical.
but I have little fellas around.
I like it.
I'm
Listen, we're different.
I can't tell. Like if I look at clips, I look like I'm all washed out, just like crazy. And then I'll look at other things. Like, oh, not too bad. So now I'm I'm in a room, and I have 2 windows with the curtains, so I'm closing them more. So I kind of match you, but I don't have the pitch black. It's like you are
It's
in
so
a witness
black.
protection program.
I think I'm gonna have to switch it next time and try dark gray. One of the walls is dark gray. This room is so big. I have 19 walls. It's hard to explain.
And 31 bedrooms. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't judge
care.
it.
5 pantries. I wouldn't tell anyone.
Well, I remember when I came over once and I said, you know what, I just didn't get in my run this morning. You said, just go upstairs. So I ran for about 45 minutes and I kept seeing new bedrooms.
You were still in one pantry.
I ran 4 miles. I was still on your property.
I have a safe pantry where I go in there with where I can stay if there's a crook in my house.
I know, and chocolate bars all around the house.
Oh, I will tell you what happened in my house. I was going to tell you last time. I was getting in my shower. This might seem like a nothing story. It's not.
Any story is important. Go.
It's important. You know this. So I'm getting in my shower, and there's a fly made it all the way upstairs,
One.
and he's in my bathroom. I don't like it. I don't really care. I don't like it. So I go in my shower. Now he's in the shower. What to do? So I have a little washcloth that I just had one in my hand because I was a little nervous. I wasn't thinking. I was holding it. So I kind of behind my back went like that, and I grazed him. So he kind of spins out and he goes to the wall, like kind of high, and he's just kind of like this. And I'm like, oh my God, he felt that. Like, it didn't knock him out, but I could tell he was a little disoriented.
Yeah, he took a knee, basically.
He really took a knee, and I don't know if they have solar plexus, but that's probably where I hit him. And I go, we got a fly on the wall over here. So anyway, he's up there, he's like this. And then I'm looking at him like, are you okay, dude? And he's like this. I'm like, you don't even know what I'm saying. He doesn't know what I'm saying. He's not comprehending. He's
Are
like,
you?
yeah. So I go, oh shit. And he's like, no, it's cool. I was heading over here anyway. I go, no, you weren't. You were going over by the shampoos. But fine, I'll let you say that. And then I thought, I was like, oh my God, what if I really tried? I was half speed. I was just like that. What if I tried to hit him? He doesn't even know what's going on because I'd whip his ass because what if, I was like, you want me to wind up? You don't want me to wind up because if I wind up and hit him, done.
You're
Like-
much bigger. You're just a lot bigger than the fly.
Yeah,